And we are live. Let me mute everything. I always forget to do that. Let me do that right about now. Not now. So, what is going on, everybody? It has been a minute since I've done live streaming. My internet is all jacking up right now. The internet can totally see now. To stop, use your encoder. Why is it paused? I don't know. So, what's up, Luke? What's up, Rage? What's up, Riley? What's up, Death? What's up, Tristan? What's up, Derek? What's up, Ashton? What's up, Beat? What's up, Kyle? What's up, Ice? My screen is my screen is paused, but I don't know what's going on. I hope that the stream is doing good. What the heck? Let me refresh the page real quick. It's been a minute since we've done a live stream, guys. It's been a minute. I miss you guys. I figured I would do a little quick one before going live. By the way, my sister Rachel asked for me to give her a shout out, so shout out, Rachel, to you. So what's going on, everybody? Do I have a link? Yeah, let me do this. I'm gonna do this. Copy. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. And then bam, bam, bam. All right. Goodness gracious. Miles, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Did you do the do you remember me message? Yeah, you did. Remember me, of course. Hey, shout out from LA, Julio, Cesar. What's going on? Bill, what's popping? I'm doing good. About to go to the gym. Got my stuff. Focus on me. Got everything ready to go. Got my stuff here. Oh man. So yeah, just the title of this live stream, just because there's really no topic for this live stream. I hope all of y'all aren't broke. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you had a great Black Friday. I hope you had and continue to have a great Cyber Monday, because today is Cyber Monday. So you can buy, you know, things for great prices and stuff on the internet, but don't do too much. Welcome all the new guys. Yeah, you know, it's been a while since I've done a live stream, so there's probably several new people where this is their first live stream. Do all officers enlisted get sabers, swords? No, they do not. That is actually basically it's a trophy. That's basically what that is it's a trophy. I'm doing good. Black Friday is fake. Yeah, Black Friday is definitely fake, because nowadays it's more like Black Thursday. That's really what it's like nowadays. Like it's Black Thursday. It's not Black Friday anymore, because like Thursday night is when all the sales go on. Evening, Second Lieutenant Ward, what's going on? Alexis McLean, how am I doing? Everybody, I'm doing freaking fantastic. Will the government shutdown hinder me from shipping January 2nd? That's actually a really good question. I don't know. I mean, it might, but I wouldn't think so. That would screw up a lot of stuff if they didn't ship you out during a government shutdown. But I've never thought about that. Because if you guys didn't know, during government shutdowns, they do not pay the military. So if you're active duty, you're just not going to get paid. If you are reserves or guard, like let's say, for example, you have a drill scheduled to go to drill, and there's a government shutdown, well, your chain of command, they're going to be like, hey, just don't come in. You're not going to get paid if you show up, you know, whatever, but you're not going to get paid, so people just don't even go to drill because they tell you not to. Quinn Smith over here with the $2 super chat. Thank you, I appreciate it. Why don't officers get sign-on bonuses or tuition reimbursement? Because, all right, so if you do OCS, you're enlisting, so you have the potential to get those bonuses through that route. If you do ROTC, then you can get ROTC scholarships. So it's not like an enlistment bonus, it's like an ROTC scholarship where they will just pay for your entire school as long as you end up graduating with a commission. So that's why, because they are technically getting that. You can also, there was no money left in the bank whenever I did my ROTC thing. They have a certain amount of money per year, and I joined ROTC late, so they didn't have the funding left over for a GRFD scholarship, which is a guaranteed reserve scholarship. It's like an extra, you know, $15,000, which would have been great if I would have gotten that. That would have been freaking fantastic. Would have helped out a lot. But they do get benefits. Like I said, if you enlist and do OCS, you can get the enlistment benefits. If you do ROTC, you could potentially get your college just free through an ROTC scholarship. Somebody said ROTC or West Point. You know, it just depends. I've talked to a lot of people, like as far as which one will technically train you better, I would say, you know, West Point. That's kind of the point for that. But which one makes you a better officer, I think that's completely up to you. I've talked to a lot of people who said that, you know, the best officer they've ever seen was from ROTC, the best officer they've ever seen was from West Point, or the best officer was from OCS. It's really up to the person on who's getting, who's, you know, whatever. 202 people watching right now. What's going on? Your video are cool. Alexis McLean. I appreciate it. What exactly is ROTC? I have some videos on ROTC, but ROTC is basically, it is basically where you go to college just like normal college, but then you also do Army-related classes and stuff like that where you learn how to be a soldier, and you learn some of the things that you'll learn at basic training, but not in a basic training environment. For ROTC, you need a 110 GT to get a contract. I don't think it's a 110 GT score, but I do know it's going to be, I think it's higher or something, but I don't know the actual score for that. I do know that you do need like a, you need, is it a 3.0 GPA or something? I think you need to have like a 3.0 GPA or maintain that in college, unless you're a STEM major. A STEM major is like, you know, engineering, computer science, things like that, nursing. Does your brother have an option 40? My first younger brother, he had an option 40 contract. He went to airborne school, then dropped RAS. And then my youngest brother, no, because he's reserves like myself. Volk, $5, but you did $1.99 super chat. I appreciate it, but you know, I don't understand the 5 there. Let me see here. 1 second. Could you still join military without doing ROTC? Yes, you can. You can still do that. You can, if you want to join the military, you can enlist. ROTC is ROTC. Man Guy Flame with the $2 super chat. Thanks for the helpful videos. I appreciate it. Thank you for your super chat and your awesomeness. That's always just amazing. So, what company was I in at Fort Gordon? I was in Echo 551. Echo 551. I believe they've built up a whole bunch of stuff around Echo 551 now, that building. But whenever I was there, it was kind of like in the middle of nowhere. What's it like in Charlotte? It is the bomb. How often do soldiers get their clearance denied? The only time your clearance really gets denied is, it's kind of like if you don't pass a background check, basically. You know, like a normal secret clearance, like if you don't pass a secret clearance, then you've either got like crazy high amount of debt or a whole bunch of run-ins with the law or whatever and gotten arrested several times. That's usually how that happens. But a top secret clearance is, you know, it's a little bit more difficult because to get a top secret clearance, they will go and basically interview or call people from your entire life. How long is RAS? I did a video on RAS. If you have any questions on RAS, I just did a video on RAS with somebody who had been through it. But it was what, like, it's like 8 weeks long. Do I have any tips for going 35 Alpha military intelligence officer currently? Learning Russian. You're learning Russian? Man, that is legit. But being an MI officer, that was actually my next choice. So if I didn't get signal, being MI was my next choice that I wanted to do. So, I mean, tips as far as going into that, you know, I don't have any specific tips really. Where did I miss? Just, you know, do your best. I do know that if you go MI, they basically, they force you to watch like people getting beheaded and kills. They force you to watch a bunch of gory stuff. So if you have a weak stomach, you might want to work on that. Watch some gory movies. Tristan G, do you get full GI if you are active for 4 years? Yes, you do. The GI Bill, so in order to get like the full GI Bill, you only have to be active duty for, you have to be active duty for 180 days in non-wartime. And and then it's like 90 days in a wartime. We're not in war right now. We have no wars going on. Even though we're everywhere, there's no wars going on. I have my ASVAB on Thursday. Any tips? I hope you've studied. Don't stress too much about it. If it's your first time, just kind of go through it. If you don't know the answer, just do your best. If you haven't studied, the biggest thing that I can say is look up the different sections that are going to be on the ASVAB, and then whatever you think you're going to be weak at, I would definitely work on that. Or the MOSs that you want, you can actually go on GoArmy.com, look up the MOS that you want. You can see what line score that you need to get, what category that is, and then for the ASVAB, you can focus on that category. Because, you could have a lower ASVAB score, but your line score that you need is, really high, and then you can get it. When can you have your phones and talk with your family? I have a video dedicated to when will you talk to your family at basic training. You can just look that up. But basically, at the bare minimum, when they first get there, you're going to get like a 30-second, 2-minute phone call, and at the end of each phase. So you could expect roughly about 3 phone calls. They all might not last long at all. I would just assume that those 3 phone calls would last about 10 minutes each. Could be less, could be more. Kyle, I can't pronounce that name. Do you have to be 11 Bravo to get an option 40, or can your MOS be different and still get an option 40? Yeah, so option 40 means you are going into the 75th Range Regiment as long as you pass RAS, right? So if you go on Google right now and type in all the different MOSs for the 75th Ranger Regiment or 75th Ranger Regiment MOSs, right? If you type that in, you're going to see a list of about 60-something different MOSs. You can be any of those MOSs when you enlist, and they can all be option 40. There's a lot of them. So there's like 160-something MOSs in the Army, so you could say roughly a third of the MOSs can be in the Ranger Bat. Z Finis Jug 2K. Hey for hacking, what's the best branch? Love the vid. What do you mean? Oh, for hacking. Oh, okay. So definitely. I don't know what the Air Force jobs are for that, but I know that in the Air Force, I know it's kind of tricky, like picking a specific MOS that you want. But cyber right now, like literally, we have an MOS for attacking and defending. So attacking as in hacking other people, and defending as in defending hackers. So the cyber branch, which is the 17 series, you can definitely check that out if you have experience. Oh my goodness. Parker Kelly with the $3.99 super chat. Army National Guard 35 November, Fort Sill on April 8th. That's actually a really good time to go, I think, because it's like just once springtime is getting close to being finished. You're going to be there spring, summertime. That's a good time to go to basic training, in my opinion. Super chat. By the way, it's harder for me to read the super chats if they're it doesn't actually show up on the thing on my screen. I have to see it in chat if it's less than $5. So if I miss one, then I apologize. You watching the game tonight? What game? What game? I don't know. Shaker Sarah, I appreciate it. You're awesome. Can people choose their ship date? I want to ship out after the summer. You can kind of choose your ship date. For me, there was 3 options. I chose the soonest one right after school. So when I finished my semester in college, I left like 5 days after that. So I was presented with multiple options. That does not mean that you will be presented with multiple options. So the answer is it depends. You could have multiple options on when you can ship, and you could just have one. Will my dual citizenship influence my security clearance? I mean, you could still pass, I assume, but it would definitely be something that they will look at. Titans versus Texans. Nope, I am not watching that game. After this is my like long sleeve, I don't know, workout workout thing. So I'm going to the gym in just a little bit. This is BCAAs. I usually take it after, but today I'm just taking it before. If you guys missed their Black Friday sale, I'm sorry. It was 20% off, but if you want 10% off, the link is in the description. A lot of people tell me I'm the best today. I don't understand why. Way more than normal. Maybe it's just because I've been so long since I've live streamed. It's been like 2 weeks. Busy stream, man. Good luck. This chat is moving fast. Have a good stream. Christopher Chaos, what is going on? Yeah, I know it is going crazy. One of the things that's interesting about doing live streams is, like, you know, when there's like 200 people watching, you got people's comments going. I can't read all the comments, but it's cool though. It's like, yeah, 200 people watching. But you know, back in the day, whenever there was just like 15 people watching, and I could read every comment, those were the good old days. Luke, I'm sorry, Luke. I'm sorry. There's just been so much going on with just everything. And it's just, the weekends have been crazy. This weekend I'm leaving again, and then like I'm gonna be gone a whole bunch of weekends coming up here. Where's Waldo? I don't know. Hey man, I'm from Australia. Love the content, especially the training tips. Very helpful. Josny. Oh, gosh, I'm so bad at names. I'm terrible. What is the process of becoming an officer when enlisted? There, you got two options. You can do OCS or you can do green to gold. Green to gold, I've talked about it. You will literally, they will basically send you to school, and you will be active duty, but you will just be doing school and ROTC. So green to gold, you basically are enlisted, then you go and do ROTC. And then OCS, you enlist, you reach the rank of an NCO, then you can start putting together a packet, a whole bunch of paperwork to then apply for OCS. Then you will go to 12 weeks of training, and then you will get your MOS selected, your branch selected, then you will go to your BOLIC, your Basic Officer Leadership course. Is Marine boot camp harder than Army boot camp? Obviously, I've never been to Marine boot camp, but I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I always say the order of most physically difficult is Marines, then the Army, and then I would probably even say the Navy, and then the Air Force, as far as physical difficulty of basic training. What's up, Andrew? How's everything been? Sorry, I haven't been around. I've been super busy in college. I have a 4.0 GPA, though. So, Andrew, that's freaking awesome. By the way, Andrew, check the Patreon page that I did a post on Patreon that you need to go and sign up for. So, go do that. I would appreciate it because there's not much time left. Hi, Matt. I'm left eye dominant and right side of my body is dominant. How would this work with shooting in basic and in infantry? Yeah, so that's actually a good question. So if you guys didn't know, when you're shooting, you generally want to shoot with your dominant eye to give yourself the best vision. You can focus better, all that kind of stuff. And some people, including myself, are left eye dominant but right hand dominant. So like everything I do is with my right hand or whatever, but my left eye is the dominant eye. I actually have good vision, like really good vision, and my left eye is actually just like really good, and I guess that's why it's more dominant than my right eye, because my right eye is better than 20/20, my left eye is way better than 20/20, and it just works out that way. But basically, if you're just used to shooting with your right eye like I was before going to basic training, then you can just continue to do that. But if you want to make the switch, you can do that. It's not like they're going to force you to use the eye that you don't want to use whenever you shoot, because if you're shooting with your left eye, obviously you have to shoot left-handed, which might be a little bit weird and awkward, and you might not get used to it. So that's something to consider. But anyways, we got a $5 super chat here from James Brandt. I have taken medication for ADHD in the past and took depression medicine to counteract the side effects. Will I have any issue joining the Army? So it depends on how recently you're taking the medication. You can't be currently taking any ADHD medicine. I've got a video on ADHD The depression meds, that's an interesting thing, because the video that I did with the recruiter, we talked about that. I think we talked about it. I saw videos to upload, so I can't remember if I've uploaded that video or not. But depression is kind of a thing in the military that's kind of like we got to be careful about. But the worst case scenario is, or the normal scenario in this case is you're just going to have to do a little bit more paperwork. You might have to get a waiver. So, Matt, you're famous in the LA MEPS. I think in all the MEPS and recruiting stations and stuff, that's just going to be the case because that's like you guys. So, but that's funny. Nick Avery, yes, you are pregnant. I'm just kidding. I have no clue. Matt Ward 2020. I'm not running for president. How long have I been streaming? 20 minutes. Man. No, there's not any lefty M4s. You're just going to have to... you're just gonna have to make do, but you'll be okay. What are the chances of getting deployed to Afghanistan as an infantryman? I would say the chances are, it is 63.5% chance positive that you are going to deploy there. I'm just kidding. I have no clue. The chances are either you do or you don't. If you're asking whether infantry has a better chance of deploying to a combat environment, obviously the answer is yes, you have a better chance of that happening, but it does not mean that it is going to happen. I have a good friend who was an infantry sniper, never deployed, was, I believe at like Fort Hood for the entirety of his 4 years. So just because you go infantry does not mean you're going to deploy at all. So that's the thing. Although we're not in a wartime environment right now, so I would say, though, like if we declare war tomorrow, if you join, I would expect to deploy. But we're not right now. So, how common is it for two guys in the military to get married? I have no clue. That's probably a statistical thing that you could look up. I don't know. Some of the questions you guys asked me, it's... Almost done with work. Just wanted to say hi. Almost 10K. Erica Bernie, I know. You're almost at 10,000. It is crazy. Guys, I did a live stream with Erica Bernie a while back, so you guys should definitely go check out her channel. She's almost at 10,000 subscribers. It's amazing. I remember when I hit... Erica, just a little thought for you to think about. I hit 10,000 subscribers on December 1st of 2017, so almost exactly 1 year ago. I hit 10,000, and you're about to hit 10,000. So it's like, you could just possibilities are endless. You guys are so random. Oh my goodness, some people are. If you guys could read my DMs sometimes, man, it's hilarious. Or read the comments, because I can read all the comments. And all the ones that get blocked, man, some of them just make you want to laugh. Can you request deployment, and is it guaranteed if you do? No, yes and no. So if you're active duty, you can't really request deployment, because to do that, if your unit isn't deploying and you want to deploy, then you would have to switch units, and it's a lot more difficult being active duty doing that. If you are reserves, then what you can do is if a nearby unit is deploying, or some unit that you know of is deploying, that you could potentially easily switch to, then they could switch you to that unit or put you on their deployment roster or whatever, and you could do that. So it is possible for you to, in the reserves and the guard, to request a deployment. If you request it, does not mean you're going to get it. It's not like it's just it's more complicated than that. Should I practice running miles for basic, or should be doing more like the beep test? Both. But the beep test, I wouldn't really. That's something that you could do every now and then again, but I don't think that would be like the best thing ever to just do that. But every now and then, if you want to do the beep test, which are basically suicides. If you're just doing suicides on a basketball court, that's basically the same thing. Matt, I've already been to drill this month. Will I still get paid Friday? So if you've been to drill this month, it kind of depends on when it was. So it'll be like the next 2 weeks paycheck after you went, basically. But yeah, you'll get paid either, and it won't be yeah. Will it be Friday? When's the 1st? Ooh, so the 1st is Saturday. So instead of you getting paid Friday the 30th, you will probably get paid. It'd be either the 30th or the 3rd. Oh goodness. Case and Rumple, $3.99. Where would a 91 Bravo go for basic and be stationed? I don't know to either one of those questions. So where you go for basic training is completely random unless you're infantry. You're going to Fort Benning. If you're like an MP, you're more likely to go to Fort Leonard Wood. If you're whatever, your MOS might dictate it, but it's still basically completely random unless you are infantry or special forces or whatever. So for that MOS, it's random. Where you're going to be stationed at, completely random. Needs of the Army. That's what we know whenever something happens and you're like, what's the chances of it happening, or where am I going to go? And we say needs of the Army. You're going to go wherever the Army needs you. That's basically saying it's completely freaking random. It's just random. I go in February to Signal Bullock. Which will be cool because then I can come home, on the weekends, which will be really cool. How do I join the military? I've been thinking, and I'd like you to tell me. I just did a video with some recruiters about literally the enlistment process. But if you want to join the military, you just call up a recruiter and then say, hey. Yeah, what you just said to me on the, yeah. I can't show you guys this. What watch do I recommend? The Apple Watch. But for basic training, I recommend the cheapest watch you can find at Walmart. Because it is going to get messed up. And you don't want to scratch it. And you'll need it to get in water. And you don't need it to do anything else except for tell time. That is it. What happens if your wrist hurts during push-ups and basics? They hurt now. Hard to put weight on my wrist. Any fixes? And what can happen? My wrists are really bad as well. Sometimes it hurts whenever I do push-ups, but then I kind of just, endure the pain and get over it. But I'm not going to say to you, just get over it. Although people at basic training might tell you to just get over it. You could potentially do push-ups on your fist, although I don't always recommend doing that. And if you do push-ups on your fist, when you do PT tests, most of the time it's going to be on concrete, and so it might hurt. So I don't really know of any fixes or anything. Maybe you can just kind of baby it for a little while, put on a thing. You could try doing push-ups on your fist temporarily and see if that helps. But if you're going to join, I would say to try to do them on your hands. I can't believe I caught a live. Oh, I lost the message. The chat just bumped up and I missed it. But somebody said they can't believe I caught a live, so thank you for joining. I appreciate it more than you guys even know. Like literally, it's been like 200 people steadily here, which is just crazy. Literally crazy. My friend is a suspect of domestic violence, but has never had a case on him. Is he disqualified? If he's never been accused of anything, then no. My lower back hurts not do push-ups. Why? It's probably because you're sagging your lower back way too much, and you should record yourself and then watch your form, right? So I record myself. You guys watch my Sunday push-up challenges and all that stuff. So you can watch my form. I have pretty good form. I try to have good form because I am uploading it on the internet, right? If you upload a video on the internet, it's there, and people are going to hound on you. So I have pretty good form. So record yourself. See how your push-ups look. The form of your push-ups. Is your body staying level? Is your body moving as one unit like this and not just like this, right? because some people, they'll have their lower body and then like their upper body is the only thing that moves. So compare and contrast your form versus my form, and then make some adjustments. But your lower back could possibly be sagging way too much. Patis, I can't pronounce that. Future Warrior competition on Saturday. Any advice? I don't know anything about Future Warrior competitions except for the one that I won. Haha. But yeah, there was this one little thing at a drag strip over here at the Concord, or the Charlotte Motor Speedway. The Army puts on this thing, and I won this little competition thing. It was just like doing a plank and then doing push-ups and stuff. But it was, you know, difficult. I could talk about that later. But I don't know. Just do your best. I don't know what's going to entail in that Future Warrior competition. It's probably not going to be too much difficult stuff. So I wouldn't overthink it too much. Just, you know, go out there, have fun, do your best, and then you're going to be good. Kurt L. LMAO. Danny Dagalado. Hey. What do I know about drills before basic? That's like my first video of all time. You guys should just watch that. Go watch my video from like 2000 and like freaking 14, 15 or whatever it was. Where I talked about drill before basic training, because I had no clue what drill was like before basic training. But yes, this is what you're going to do. If you guys join the Army Reserves and you go to drill before basic training, you are going to go to drill. You're going to go in your civilian clothes. Don't worry about it. I would suggest shaving your face. I would suggest that. You don't have to, but I would suggest it. I did not shave my face. It was kind of like this, and I got a lot of crap for it. But at the end of the day, they didn't really care that much. They were just giving me a bunch of crap for it. But you're going to go there in your civilian clothes, and you're going to do nothing. You can talk to people. You can talk to people and ask them questions. You can ask them about their experience in the military. You can ask them about the unit. You can ask them about the Army. I always tell people who are going to drills before basic training to just use that time to talk to people and ask them questions and best prepare yourself and all that stuff. So think of it as like you talking to them, like if I was talking to you one-on-one. Like just ask them whatever. A lot of people there are going to be really okay and happy to talk to you. That's not a good thing to say. I can only do 2 push-ups. If you can only do 2 push-ups, then just do push-ups on your knees, and that will probably help you out a lot. All right. What time is it? 8:50. I need to hit the gym, y'all. Any last-minute comments, questions, or concerns? Push-ups are hard, but just do more. Just do more. If you can't do any push-ups, then I just recommend, like, if you go into the gym and you just do the bar or something, you're going to have to build up those muscles. I just did a push-up video talking about what to do if you can't do push-ups. So, watch that. So, do I miss 25 Bravo? I mean, I still kind of can do some 25 Bravo stuff, but I don't know. What do I do as a 25 Alpha? That is a signal officer. I've talked a little bit about that, but I do signal officer stuff. That's something I'm trying to get off the stream here. I'll have some long questions. How can I lose weight, work out, and eat better? Track your calories. Go on some cardio runs. What am I working out tonight? I am going to focus on shoulders. So shoulders, and I'm going to do a little bit of triceps. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Ward 2020. Ward 2020. No. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I hope you guys have a good one. See my video tomorrow. Of course I'm subscribed to PewDiePie. Of course. Long story behind that, but peace out, everybody.